I'm Roger.
I'm Adam.
And this is Filament Tattoo A-side, and today we're talking about whether tattoos require meaning or not. So, do tattoos require meaning?
Not always.
Yes. And no. I want to contradict it.
Okay, so when does a tattoo have to have meaning? Or is there ever like a requirement, like this tattoo has to have meaning?
Well, not every tattoo needs to have meaning, but I mean, one thing that does help if a tattoo does have meaning, you can create a lot more imagery off of it, because then you have a story rather than getting something just like an infinity symbol.
Right.
And be like,
We don't love infinity
And if
symbols.
they have no meaning. Absolutely no meaning. Do
We
not
only
get
love sideways infinity symbols. Those are the only acceptable ones.
rates.
Yeah, like infinity symbols. I mean, when you get on the internet to find something that for like a memorial tattoo, you don't want to get the same thing that everybody else has, because that's not personal to you. So it's good. I like to have people tell me the story of why they're getting the tattoo, and then the people involved, and then those people have items or personalities or something involved with them that makes it personal about that person, rather than just the beginning of their birth and the death. It's just the stuff in the middle that matters.
Exactly.
I think that this is a perfect time for the blueberry muffin story.
Tell the blueberry muffins.
Okay, yeah. So I had this client come in, and she wanted an infinity symbol, and I asked her why, and she said, well, because she was going to love her grandma forever. And
Which is important. Always love your grandma.
yeah, well, and the thing is it's kind of redundant, because you're already getting a tattoo, and a tattoo is forever to begin with. So it's like saying forever, and once you say things more than 3 or 4 times, it starts to become meaningless. So the same goes for a tattoo. It's like you're already getting a tattoo that's forever, so don't say something that says forever. So I asked the girl what was like her most fondest memory of her grandmother, and she said coming home and visiting her grandmother, and she would always make these blueberry muffins, and she went on and on and on about how they smelled, how they felt, how they tasted, how the house smelled, like everything, and went on and on and on, and you could just see this girl begin to glow. And I was like, well, why don't we do a blueberry muffin? And her response was, I don't want food on me. And it's kind of like she just took that entire story and then ruined it. Just ruined all the love behind it. And
That's not how you normally describe that.
no, this is the PC version.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, this is the A side.
A-side.
So, I'll tell it again on the B side and tell it how it really goes. So
if we could keep the language to like maybe just shy of R.
well, that's what I'm
Whatever.
trying to do. Yeah. So
I won't talk much.
so the girl, yeah. So here, she just like lit up and had so much warmth, and you hearing this story, you were like, I want one of these blueberry muffins, like so bad. Like I want to feel the love that this grandma put into her bakery goods. And
I want blueberry muffin.
I need anything at this point.
Right, I'm kind of hungry.
she ended up getting an infinity symbol, and not only was it kind of I felt it was kind of disappointing for me as an artist, because I could have drawn a really awesome blueberry muffin and gave a really heartfelt attempt at something, a nice piece of artwork, and put my heart into it. But she ended up just getting the same old thing that I've tattooed on hundreds of other people. And I really felt like it really took the meaning out of the tattoo when she kind of backed away from that. So when it comes to memorial tattoos, I always ask people to kind of tell me a story. And that way I can pull imagery from it. And it's not just about getting the names. It's not about the dates, because people, when they're born, when you're born, you're a baby. You're a person, but you're not a person. You don't have a personality. And at the end of your life, that's kind of the crappy part, laying in the hospital and you're dying, and cancer or disease, just whatever. Like that part sucks too. It's the stuff in the middle that makes the person matter. And so that's the stuff I focus on when it comes to memorial tattoos. But I mean, you can get tattoos for other reasons. I mean,
Yeah. You don't necessarily need a meaning like that. A very personal.
That's for memorial tattoos. So.
Right.
But for standard
I
stuff,
have an Angry Bird tattooed right here because one of my kids likes the yellow Angry Bird. calls it Mo.
And that's more than enough meaning to get a tattoo.
I mean, honestly, I think most tattoos, when people get them, other than just very, very, very rare occasions, I think all tattoos have some kind of meaning, even if it's totally inconsequential or stupid or just momentary, like, hey, I like this image, I want it tattooed on me. Well, there is meaning to that.
Yeah.
It means you found an image that you liked enough to go give somebody money.
Most of my tattoos are that way. And most of mine, they don't have meaning when I got them for the most part, but it's like more of a milestone situation. Like I remember where I was, what I was doing when I got this particular tattoo.
Right. And I think that mile marker thing, like I do want a blueberry muffin tattoo. You think I could get like a rockabilly blueberry muffin tattoo?
Oh my God.
Of course.
Yeah, figure out a rockabilly blueberry muffin tattoo in whatever style you want to do it in. So new school. And I will
tattoo a blueberry muffin.
It's finally going to happen.
That way Adam is finally fulfilled. His blueberry muffin dreams will actually come to fruition, and then I'll have a cool rockabilly blueberry muffin tattoo.
That would definitely make for a good story. And sometimes the stories come after.
And I mean, for a lot of stuff that I'm going to be getting in the future, for me, I mean, sometimes, like the meaning of just laughter and the concept of joy and happiness, that's something that's important to me. And a lot of my tattoos I'm just purely going to get because they make people laugh. So there's that.
Definitely.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dumb tattoos are good tattoos too.
right? Kind of like what you want to get on your fingers.
So my knuckles, I'm going to get drop dead on my knuckles, but on my lower knuckles, it's going to say gorgeous. Exactly. And that's why I'm doing it right there.
And so the meaning behind that tattoo is?
It's laughter.
It's just laughter.
I want to be able to go, and everyone laughs.
Those are the coolest tattoos. I mean, something like that. Normally someone comes in and they're like, oh, I want my knuckles tattooed. And I generally try not to do knuckles because they don't age well, they don't hold well. There's no free touch-ups, stuff like that. And so, but something like that, like that's super fun to do. Like that's exciting. And it makes me laugh. So I'd be more inclined to do something like that because it's entertaining and it's funny. And that's something that I feel I could put in my book. And when people look at that in the book, I would take that picture of Drop Dead and then the Gorgeous. And people looking at the book would laugh and ask me, so what's that about? And then I get to tell the story. So
right. Like
that's meaning for me.
Like,
as an artist.
I always feel the best tattoos are tattoos that have stories attached to them, even if it's something stupid. Like, whose butt were we tattooing the one time? And
Kyle's.
Yeah, so we tattooed this guy's butt, and what did it say? Was it?
It was a roll of TP.
Okay, so he's getting a roll of toilet paper tattooed on his butt, and so he's sitting here exposed, laid out, and I just off the cuff was like, you know what? And I grabbed a stick. Or a popsicle stick, and I printed out a picture of Roger's face and cut it out like it was a flag, and we planted it in his butt. And so he's laying there and all of a sudden feeling violated, and it makes a good story.
He still tells that story.
Even if it's completely inappropriate. Sexual harassment in most workplaces.
Yeah, sometimes the story of the tattoo comes from getting it and or just having it.
Right. So the moral of all of this is what?
Don't get infinity symbols?
No infinity symbols.
Yeah, if you're looking for something meaningful, don't get something that everybody else has, because, like I said, if you say a word over and over and over again, it begins to sound funny. You write a word a bunch of times, it begins to look weird, and so that's kind of the thing. Is it's like, do you want to look weird? Because we've seen these tattoos so many times that. There's really no meaning in it. It's just a copy of a copy of a copy, and when you make a copy of something, the more you copy it, the more distorted it becomes, and it's very touch my peppy, Steve. So that's what happens.
I'm Matt.
I'm Roger.
And I'm Adam.
Thanks for joining us.
Matt.